Next, COVID-19 rates are going down across the region. We have the latest case counts and test positivity rates.
Sandbagging efforts continue in Fort Francis amid rising water levels. We have the latest.
With less than a week left before Ontario residents head to the polls, we have all the latest details on today's campaign activities. Ahead in weather, we've got multiple chances of showers and thunderstorms throughout the next several days. And sports, we have action from NHL and NBA playoffs to talk about. Northwest at noon starts now.
Now, from Fort Francis to Thunder Bay and everywhere in between, this is Northwest at Noon.
And we begin with the latest on COVID-19. The rates are going down in the Northwestern Health Unit's catchment area.
The test positivity rate this week is 11.3%, compared to just over 15% in the previous report. And there's also progress on the number of active serious cases.
Officials are now reporting 117 active serious cases. The case count was 156 last weck.
Breaking down the cases now, and Sioux Lookout has the highest number of cases in the report with 99, followed by Kenora at 8, Drying at 4, Red Lake at 3, Atikokan at 2, and Fort Francis at 1.
Officials note the numbers are lower than the real number due to the fact many people are not eligible for PCR testing and instead test positive on rapid antigen tests at home.
Those rapid antigen tests are not counted in the final totals. Meantime, the COVID-19 outbreak at Lake of the Woods District Hospital in Kenora has finally been declared over.
The outbreak was first reported on May 5th.
To Thunder Bay now, and damage is extensive, but no one was injured in a fire yesterday afternoon in an apartment on May Street.
Thunder Bay Fire Rescue said numerous members of the public reported the fire in a two-story building at around 3:20 p.m. Eastern Time.
Responding crews encountered thick smoke coming from a second-story window. Firefighters donned breathing apparatus and made their way to the upper level, where an aggressive interior attack brought a kitchen fire under control.
The occupants of the building had already exited and were all accounted for.
Heavy fire and smoke damage to the apartment was reported, but there was no damage to a commercial property located in the same building.
The fire department said it is still investigating the cause, but issued a reminder to the public to never leave anything unattended on a stove.
To Fort Francis now, and sandbagging operations continue at the public works yard in the area.
There is now a stockpile of sandbags for residents who need them.
The town's public information officer, Patrick Breer, says they've been helping residents load up.
We're normally here between the hours of 9 and 6-ish. They're welcome to come by. We do have crews here to help load them up. They will load up your truck. We are using equipment to load up big trailers.
The town is also welcoming volunteers to assist in putting the sandbags together. They are asked to register with town staff at the animal shelter building upon arrival.
Meanwhile, the region is continuing to see rising water levels. Rainy Lake is now 11 centimeters above the levels it saw in 2014 and about 30 centimeters above the levels it saw in 1950.
Across the border in Minnesota, Namakan and Kabetogama lakes are both 45 centimeters above their levels they reached in 2014.
Lake of the Woods exceeded its 2014 mark this past week and is 1.5 meters below its all-time high point in 1950.
Well, time for our first check on weather, and Ginger, these rising water levels are going to get even worse, I suspect.
It seems to be, Ben, and I have some bad news. We've got more showers in the forecast for the weekend ahead. But today looks to be a decent day today, and tomorrow too, but you better watch out for those showers which are coming this weekend. Showers and thunderstorms are in the forecast for this weekend, so I'll have that, plus your 7-day outlook and sports updates coming up. Thank you, Ginger. We will check back with you in a little bit.
To drawing now, and a 56-year-old Wabigoon First Nations man is dead following a break-and-enter.
The incident was first reported on May 13th after Treaty 3 police began investigating a home invasion.
The resident suffered serious injuries and later died at a Dryden hospital. He has been identified as Gregory George.
Treaty 3 police are continuing their investigation with the assistance of the OPP. A post-mortem was conducted yesterday in Toronto to determine the cause of death.
Still ahead, could gas prices be reaching their peak here in Canada? One industry expert says so. We'll have the latest.
Less than a week remains until Ontario heads to the polls for the election. We'll have all the latest details on what all the parties are doing today. A potentially stormy weekend is on tap for the region, and in sports, Borderland Racing returns to the Emo Speedway this weekend. That and more coming up.
Are you tired of waiting for files to upload, even small ones? Switch to T-Bay-Tel Fiber at Donnie B's and experience faster internet without buffering or lags that slow you down. Plus, with T-Bay-Tel TV, you can watch what you want, when you want, and how you want with Restart TV, Pull Home PVRs, and T-Bay-Tel's TV app. Find out more at Donnie B's in downtown Kenora today.
Shop Dufresne this weekend and save big with sizzling savings store-wide. For 4 days only, save up to 40% on one item of furniture. Plus, take 30% off each additional item. Hurry in to discover incredible deals on appliance packages and mattresses from Canada's favorite brands. And do not pay for 18 months OAC. The savings are heating up this weekend only at Dufresne.
In the news, interest rates are skyrocketing.
Skyrocketing rates? Not at Superior Hyundai. Our rates have been frozen. Get the lowest 0.9% finance rate on certified pre-owned vehicles. 0.9. Your vehicle is worth more here. Let our credit experts get you out of your current loan or lease, unlocking that extra equity so you can drive a newer vehicle for the same payment or less. We sell more than Hyundais, all makes, all models, only at Superior Hyundai.
SuperiorHyundai.ca.
A Fort Francis resident is in custody following a drug bust in the community.
Provincial police and Treaty 3 police were involved in the 2-day investigation within Rainy River.
As a result of a traffic stop in search of a home, officers seized a quantity of fentanyl, Xanax, hydromorphone, metamethylene, a taser, and evidence of drug trafficking.
30-year-old Jay Morrison now faces 5 charges, according to OPP.
An industry expert feels we are nearing the peak when it comes to record high gas prices.
Dan McTeague feels it could top out at $2.15 per liter for regular, but notes other factors are in play.
Should we start to see hurricanes in the Atlantic Gulf Coast affecting the U.S., Texas, anything like that could cause a hiccup in prices.
In Kenora, the current price of regular unleaded gasoline is $2.02.
Back in Thunder Bay, the Thunder Bay International Airport is down to run one way as crews begin the work to upgrade almost every facet of the main runway and supporting infrastructure.
Airport Service Manager Ryan Brain says that could impact flight schedules this summer.
This runway is the Precision Approach Runway 07. Because it's closed, we only have the one remaining runway, 1230. It's a non-instrument level of service runway. So that means that in really foggy or low-hanging cloud-covered days, we may actually not be able to allow aircraft to land on that runway.
Brain says the runway will reopen a few times this summer for charter flights linked to the Viking cruise ships. Upgrades are expected to be complete before October.
Well, if you're thinking of getting out and doing some activity outside today, tomorrow will be your only chance of doing that for the rest of the week. We've got mixes of sun and cloud for the rest of the day today with highs approaching 20 degrees. Tomorrow looks to be even better with highs around 24 degrees. This weekend, however, things change, so I'm tracking some scattered showers that will move into our area. Those showers and perhaps a few thunderstorms too will stick around for a few days before clearing up on Tuesday evening. After that, expect some cooler temperatures for the region. I'll have your sports report coming up in a bit. For now, though, back to you. Thanks, Ginger. Thunder Bay Public Library is offering a safer and equitable spaces program that aims to reduce conflict and avert calls to police and EMS.
Community Hub librarian Jed Johns says a technician helps get to the bottom of issues experienced by people in distress.
Someone is having some kind of negative reaction in the library, it's often for a reason. So, we kind of try and take a human approach where we approach that person, we have a conversation with them, we offer them a snack. And sometimes, often, it's able to kind of de-escalate a lot of the things that we would otherwise have to employ security for.
2 safer and equitable spaces technicians were hired for Waverley and Brody libraries.
Up next, we take a look at the election race in our province as we have less than a week left until the polls.
Plus, a busy week for OPP officers in Dryden and Ignis, and Ginger has sports. The Emo Wildlife Classic returns this weekend, and NHL and NBA playoff action. Stay tuned, we'll be back.
It's back and better than ever. Dryden GM is pleased to announce the $750 Costco member bonus. Eligible Costco members can take delivery of an eligible new or in-stock 2022. Choose from the Chevrolet Equinox, Trailblazer, Blazer, Traverse, the Buick Encore GX, Envision, Enclave, or maybe the GMC Terrain or Acadia. Purchase your vehicle now and receive a $750 incentive, tax inclusive. Costco member pricing ends June 30th. Dryden GM is where customers send their friends. Shop DrydenGM.ca.
After all those years of ballet school drop-offs,
got your shoes?
Yep, thanks, Mom.
swim lesson pickups,
Got your goggles?
I have them.
and soccer practice runs,
Got your cleats?
Got 'em.
You deserve a little something for all that safe driving. That's why CAA Insurance rewards long-standing safe drivers with savings. So whether you have CAA auto insurance or not, book a complimentary policy review with us to see if you're getting the savings you deserve. After all, you've earned it. Visit getcaainsurance.ca for details. Auto insurance is underwritten by CAA Insurance Company.
Kenora GM's Spring Into Action event has been extended. What does that mean for you? Pre-order your next vehicle and save up to $1,000. Costco members can save an extra $750. First responders receive an additional $1,000 off. Interest rates starting at 0.99% on 2022s, plus a free gift with every vehicle purchase. Get the best price guaranteed or $1,000 cash in hand. And we'll even buy your vehicle if you don't buy ours. There's no better time to purchase from Kenora GM. Hurry, inventory limited. Offer ends May 31st.
To the election campaign now, and the NDP vows to address the doctor shortage in Northern Ontario.
If the party forms government after June 2nd, they'll hire 300 doctors, including 100 specialists and 40 mental health practitioners.
Joanne Fominack-Gustafson, the candidate for Kenora Rainy River, says more physicians and healthcare services are needed here.
The NDP is committed to providing funding to take care of this, to attract and recruit, 300 doctors for the North, specialists to the North, to make sure that our communities can provide the health care that people need here.
The NDP's plan also includes building new community health centers.
The Services Employees International Union is throwing its support behind the Green Party and its leader, Mike Schreiner.
A member of the union's executive board, Jen Franston, says it was Schreiner's attention made during the pandemic that caught their eye.
When well-connected lobbyists were influencing government policy down in Toronto, Mike took the time to talk with healthcare workers about what change was necessary to fix healthcare for the better. And Mike didn't just listen to healthcare workers, Mike heard us.
Schreiner is promising to repeal Bill 124 and improve working conditions for healthcare workers. He is campaigning in Guelph today.
Meanwhile, Liberal leader Stephen Del Duca is promising more money for low-income seniors, long-term care, and better housing for those in it.
The NDP has a similar measure, but Del Duca says his plan differs greatly.
The NDP make the claim that they'll end for-profit. They've included no funding in their platform to actually accomplish that goal, whereas we have, in a very responsible and fully costed way.
Del Duca also wants to change the way long-term care homes are built, making them more look like actual homes and warehouses. He is campaigning in Toronto.
And PCE leader Doug Ford will be speaking in Andrea Horwath's hometown of Hamilton today.
Well, the transition period for OPP and Dryden in English is now complete. The local detachment will now be providing weekly updates on police activity.
And it was a busy week as Councillor Ron Fultz provides the first update.
Members of the Dryden detachment of the OPP were involved in 443 police occurrences from May 16th to May 23. This included police supporting the Canada Road Safety Initiative over the weekend while responding to a variety of calls for service.
Fultz notes that a total of 177 charges were laid under the Highway Traffic Act and Criminal Code.
Hello everybody, Tucker Gigi here. It's now time for your sports report. Well, the first major fishing tournament of the year in our region is back, and that's the Emo Walleye Classic. 26 teams in all have registered for the tournament, and the Director of Angler Services, Colony Vinichenko, says it's good to be back.
We had a virtual one last year, which was nice. Lots of big fish came in. But it's seeing the fishermen that you haven't seen for 2 years, the ones that don't live around here, and just getting out in the community and seeing people again.
The boat parade will kick off tonight at 6 p.m. They'll make their way towards downtown Emo, while the fish game begins tomorrow. The Rainy River District Men's Fastball League will wrap up its first week of play today. On the schedule, we have Strand taking on Barwick, Sabaskon against Sun Sound, and the Warriors are in Dawson. Turning to the Stanley Cup playoffs now, and the Edmonton Oilers can advance to the Western Conference Finals tonight, but they will be in enemy territory. They will be in Calgary for Game 5 of their series for the puck drop at 8:30. Meanwhile, the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers are in Game 5 of their series. That one's tied at 2 games apiece. That will get going at 6 p.m. Only one game in the NBA playoffs tonight, and that's the Dallas Mavericks taking on Golden State Warriors, with Golden State leading 3 games to 1. In the men's hockey championship, Canada is on to the semifinals after a 4-3 overtime win over Sweden. A power play marker from Greg Braverson was the deciding goal. Canada rallied with 3 goals to send the game to OT. And in baseball, the Blue Jays begin a series in Los Angeles as they take on the Angels, and the Minnesota Twins are at home against the Kansas City Royals. And that is your sports report. Now let's send it back to you. Thanks, Ginger. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back with part 2 of Northwest at noon in a little bit.